Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have terrible luck for the next week.
Glass is a fancy material that does the most. While it's been trusted for centuries, it's not always strong enough to protect us from danger, especially from wild animals. These 10 incidents would make you lose faith in glass or similar enclosures. Number 10. Tiger behind glass. These days, modern zoos prefer using glass to enclose their animals rather than the conventional steel bars because it gives tourists a safer view of the animals. However, there are claims in some quarters that glass may not be the perfect choice in some situations. In this video, a man is seen standing beside a tiger enclosure without wondering what would become of him. Soon, the tiger starts approaching him after crossing the water from it. Everyone was calm and waited for the animal's next move. On the other hand, the man was partially confident and hoped that the tiger wouldn't break past the glass to attack him. When the animal realized it was too close to attack, it immediately hit the glass. The first attempt wasn't successful, but it lingers on to assess the situation. The glass seemed a little tougher than expected, so the tiger thought it was wise to back down. I'm not sure it would have survived a second strike going by how determined the tiger was to penetrate. Number 9. Lion behind the glass. Lions are apex predators, which has earned them the title King of the Jungle. They're also opportunistic, meaning that they'll pick a leisurely meal over a hard-to-get meal. In this case, a child's life was at stake. The child is seen behind the glass while a lion is on the other side, trying to feel the child's body. It scratches through the glass and even tries to bite the innocent cutie, but couldn't reach it. This video is hilarious, considering the effort the animal puts into attacking the child. Looking at it from another perspective, the animal wanted to love the child and wanted a friendly relationship. The child's parents are watching and filming from a distance with all their hopes vested in the glass, hoping nothing happens. In fact, the mother even says that the lion wants to eat her baby. Knowing that this could happen, why did they allow their baby this close to danger? Number 8. Monkey versus glass. Monkeys are one of the most intelligent animals on Earth. If you visited them at the zoo, you'll confess to the fact that they act like humans. This monkey made a massive crack on the glass out of desperation to escape from its enclosure in this clip. Humans would react to a restricted life, and animals would do the same too. This monkey had been in incarceration for a while, and planned to escape but didn't know how to go about it. Knowing that it didn't have the requisite muscles to shatter the glass, it thought of a very clever way to bring down the obstacle. It found a stone and used it to hit the glass several times until there was a large crack. This annoyed the zookeepers and the monkey as it ran away from the scene. Luckily, no tourist was harmed in the process, nor did any other animal escape from the zoo. The cracked glass was replaced with a stronger one. Hopefully, no truant animal gets the hint to shatter the glass in the future. Number 7. Bear and the windshield. Urban exploration happens anywhere. In the zoo, mountains, on the road, you name it. This event didn't happen in a typical zoo, but it also counts since a windshield is made out of glass. A man and his dog were driving to a park in California when they encountered a bear on the highway. Rather than go their way, they decided to have a look at the beast. After all, they were in an enclosed space, and the animal wouldn't try anything funny. He thought the bear would hang around for some minutes before jetting into the bush, but it didn't happen that way. He didn't know that he was dealing with a hungry bear that was determined to meet a new friend. It started moving close to his vehicle, and even climbed halfway onto his bonnet. Thank goodness his car was closed, else the story would have been different. The occupants were lucky that the animal didn't try to smash the glass, because it would have been a disaster. An adult woman can comfortably penetrate a windshield with their hands. How much more a giant bear? Number 6. A silverback gorilla. A visit to the zoo is one of the most exciting and entertaining experiences ever. It brings us closer to nature by introducing us to animals we love the most. However, we lose grip at some visits as some of them turn violent. After all, you're dealing with unpredictable creatures and don't expect them to behave any way you want. This video shows that this silverback gorilla wasn't so excited to see visitors around. As everyone trooped in, they admired it, but the gorilla wasn't pleased with the development. In a twinkle of an eye, the wild beast charged and hit one of the windows. The smack resulted in a large crack. Luckily, the glass didn't break because it would have been a disastrous sight if it had shattered. Gorillas are known to be strong animals as their strength is comparable to hundreds of strong men. Visitors to the zoo in Nebraska say they don't trust that the glass can protect them from aggressive animals anymore. After seeing this video, you won't agree less. Number 5. The polar bear and the child. The zoo is one of the most exciting places to visit with your toddler. I get that you're concerned about their well-being and don't want anything to scare them, but you may never know what they love until you give it a shot. Children realize at an early stage that wild animals are not as friendly as they should be. In this clip, this child is excited after visiting the St. Louis Zoo for the first time. She brings out her toy and shows it to her new friend, who reacts rather awkwardly. The animals seemed comfortable around the child, but she slammed her head against the glass when she saw the toy. She probably thought it was a meal worth having and wanted to give it a try. When the child's parents saw the reaction, they pulled their daughter away from the glass. Thankfully, the first hit didn't make much difference, but a second one would have resulted in a disaster. Number 4. The chimp at the Houston Zoo. The chimp is an intelligent animal but doesn't get the attention and respect it desires. Back in 2018, a group of children was on a trip to a Houston zoo when they found one of the most social animals they'd ever seen. Even though it was an exciting animal to watch, it was aggressive. The children didn't bother about this chimp's feelings and were doing everything to provoke it. They were confident that the glass would protect them from the animal's wrath. While this may be true, this animal isn't finding this dare funny as it tries to make its way out of the glass. You can see it charging towards the glass as it kicks and slams it with its hands. I'm not sure the guardians of these children would allow them to tote the animal any longer than this, because if they did, the chimpanzee would have made its way out by any means. Number 3. Curious tiger. There's a lot you can do with animals when you visit the zoo. You can give them food, play games with them, or even take pictures with them. However, getting these animals to cooperate with you in front of the camera is challenging as they're always too shy to take a photo. I mean, it's impossible to get them to sit or stand calmly for a shot. This is why the incident at the Dublin Zoo remains a shocker to everyone who sees it. This child is trying to take a photo in a tiger enclosure. He is excited as the background is perfect for the shot. The tiger was hanging around the window, but unknown to the boy and his parents, it was preying on them from a distance. Just when the child was settled for a shot, the animal quickly ran towards him and makes to pounce on him, but the glass rose to the occasion. The boy ran for his life and couldn't take the pictures anymore because an extra second spent there could aggravate the animal more and make it do something more aggressive.
Now it's time for today's best pick.
There is no such thing as a 100% safe enclosure. Regardless of the assurances the zoo authorities give you, you may want to be careful about your moves. The tiger escape at the San Francisco Zoo is one case that proves that glass can disappoint us anytime. Number 2. San Francisco tiger escape. To this day, authorities are still confused about how a 350-pound Siberian tiger escaped from its San Francisco Zoo enclosure, thereby killing a teenager and mauling 2 other men. Officials claim that the doorway to the exhibit was locked, but this may not be entirely true. The only explanation for the escape was that the animal climbed out of its walled exhibit unnoticed or someone aided it for whatever reason. Experts say a tiger can't scale a 16 to 20-foot wall. Authorities treated the zoo as a crime scene and launched an investigation into the incident. The purpose of the inquiry was to unravel the circumstances that led to the escape and see if there was a human involved. Another possible explanation would be that the animal was taunted beyond its limit. Unfortunately, the zoo didn't have surveillance to record the incident. San Francisco's attorney insisted that the zoo would be held responsible for freeing the wild animal. Again, this is another incident where the glass has failed us.
Before we move on, I have a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal, just leave a like on the video, smash the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of good luck. Try it, it really works.
Number 1. The rhino and the zebra car. I don't know how many people would feel comfortable leaving their comfort zones for a place that isn't so palatable. Humans and animals react similarly to a change of environment, and this rhino isn't finding this funny. This wild animal was still coming to terms with its new environment when this zebra came by. The animal was already annoyed with this new environment when this car came passing by. The driver was probably not informed that this space was home to an angry rhino who is aggressive thanks to its current circumstance. When the animal spotted the car, it charged against it and caused it to slip several times. Thankfully, the driver was able to get out of the vehicle alive, but not without a few bruises. Having protective glass in situations like this is useless, because the animal would have yanked the occupants out of the car if it wanted to. There you have it. These 10 situations prove that even the sturdiest glass in the universe wouldn't fail to disappoint when put on trial. Please tell us about a similar experience you've had by talking in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel to stay updated with our latest content. Until another episode, adios!